I'm different. I'm Republican Kelly Schulz.
Republican Kelly Schulz stands out, and not because she's the only woman running for governor. Her resume includes business owner, state delegate, and 2 cabinet positions with the Hogan administration. Her bid for governor is endorsed by Hogan.
I'm knocking on doors, talking to people. I'm going to bring their voice to Annapolis.
On the campaign trail, Schulz talks about 3 things every day:
safe communities, a steady education system, and an economy that allows everyone to have personal prosperity.
Her position on issues are influenced by early life experiences. She grew up north of Detroit, became the first in her family to go to college, but dropped out in her sophomore year after becoming pregnant and getting married. Her family grew. She recalls waiting a lot of tables and tending a lot of bar.
So how does that impact me today? I know what it's like to work paycheck to paycheck. I know what it's like to fight for everything that you have. I know what it's like to be an advocate for your kids, because there is no better advocate than the parent.
Schulz drafted a parental bill of rights to give parents more authority over their child's education.
We owe our children the opportunity to a world-class education. So we're going to look at our public charter school laws and be able to make sure that those parents have choices with public charter schools, with P-TECH schools, with different types of career schools.
Schulz pledges business owners will have a partner in the governor's office.
And it will never be increasing taxes. It'll always be looking at those taxes, taking regulatory burdens out of their way.
In the first 100 days in office, Schulz will introduce legislation to repeal the law on the books since 2013, allowing gas tax increases to be tied to the rate of inflation. She says a crime-fighting discussion with Mayor Brandon Scott last month strengthened her resolve to keep violent offenders in jail, stiffen penalties for gun offenders, and put more officers on the street.
We need to treat criminals like criminals, police officers like heroes.
Schulz recently demonstrated the ability to stay cool under adversity. Her primary opponent, Dan Cox, and some of his supporters crashed her Annapolis news conference last week.
They may have crashed it, but they did not win the day. And the fact that they were there, I just told myself I was going to talk louder than they could, but I was going to continue to get the message out.
Her message to a large block of undecided voters is state government needs more checks and balances. She says electing Republicans to the governor's office and to the General Assembly will stop the rubber stamping that go hand in hand with supermajority one-party rule.
I have spent my entire life talking about Republican ideals, about smaller government, about less taxes, about safe communities, about good education system, about strong leadership.
For Commitment 2022, I'm David Collins.
And here are some key dates to remember. Early voting runs through the 14th, and then Election Day is on July 19th. You can find a list of early voting locations across Maryland and information about how, where, and when to cast your ballot in our voter's guide in the WBALTV 11 app.